Good
Welcome back to
afternoon.
another week.
Week number 4. It's a full month.
Full month. Look at us.
Yep.
Look at us. Who would have thought? Who would have thought we made it an
I-
entire month?
Who knew? Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to episode 4 of the Detail Grind podcast. Joey, how we doing?
We're doing better this week.
Good.
I'm feeling better. I'm still positive for COVID, which is annoying, but I think I've passed that threshold of what's contagious.
Yeah.
So now I just have an annoying, heavy cough and it's a little sinus pressure, which is new, but hopefully that's on its way out. But energy-wise, I feel 100%.
Sweet.
How you doing? You got some snow? You got a little rosy cheeks from that cold wind out there, huh?
Yeah, we get this. It's like a windburn, if you will. Not my favorite thing. And I was only out maybe 15, 20 minutes. But we're at kind of the 15 or so centimeter mark now of snow. We're supposed to do a bit more, but up in Rick's neck of the woods, they're getting over 30 centimeters. So they're just over a foot, I think, is what they're supposed to be getting.
Oh man, they're getting hammered. We're getting hammered by an atmospheric river right now, so it's just very, very wet outside.
Yep. Hard to detail when it's snowy and rainy.
Hard to do anything. I have a lot of stuff back here I need to test that I can't because it's pouring rain and there's one clean car in the garage right now that's just loving life and mine's out there suffering. So that's very hard to do with this weather, but that's the card we're dealt as people who love clean cars.
But even if the weather's a little shady or wet or snow, whatever, it's that Black Friday weekend right now.
Oh man, I feel like I haven't been getting anything done at work because I'm just looking at deals and and trying to find a good one.
Problem is that so many retail outlets, etc. I remember back in the early 2000s having to go at midnight on Thursday, camp out till 6 a.m, and then they're like, I saw a video yesterday where they were kind of making fun of it. They're like, okay, let's open at 6 a.m, and then they're gonna camp out. It's like, let's just do midnight madness. Let's open at midnight. Yeah. And now it's just, you know what? Let's just do the entire month. It's like, oh my!
I never had any energy to do the midnight thing after food and stuff. But because I did purchase something. I did purchase something with a little Black Friday deal. I think you got the same thing.
We did, but we're not going to explain why we have it though. But
no. But we do. I wanted to take the content game up to maybe just like the step up. So I did pick up a DJI gimbal so that I no longer have to do the human gimbal thing anymore.
So the nice thing with those is that you can do vertical, you can do horizontal. So if you want to get that YouTube short, TikTok, real game going, because they're
the press of a button,
which is super handy. And I mean, the stabilization of the iPhones is good, but this is even better.
Yeah, because people have thought in the past that I've used a gimbal, which I was like, no, thank you. It's just like having a steady hand combined with the stabilization. But yeah, I'm hoping that this will just a little bit easier, like just to hold a handle, instead of holding the phone. Worrying. My biggest thing is my fingers are always in the frame, so I'll think I got good footage, and then I go to edit it later, and my entire thumb or something is in the frame. Exactly.
Yeah, never phone. So, but I know Dane is in the chat now. He's also cringing at that because he has an eye for the cinematic approach of proper framing and such. But
hello, Dane. Good to see you here.
Frames come in a box, and we have a box adjacent guest today. Joey, who do we got?
Oh, we got Big Fred. Everyone loves Fred. Fred's a big celebrity. It just seems like everywhere you go, everyone knows Fred, whether it's at Sema, whether it's in just an obscure live YouTube chat, whatever, people are talking about Fred. So Fred,
Costco produce section, everybody knows him.
Everyone. If you don't know Fred, we'll kind of go over his history a little bit, but we don't want to beat a dead horse. Everyone knows Fred's story, so. We'll just try to keep it along. If you guys have any questions for him, get those in the chat. I will be. You can't star the comments in this software like we used to be able to, but I'll be keeping track of the questions as they come in. So
we can scroll and go back or bring them up at the moment.
Yeah.
But yeah,
so, what do you say we bring them in?
100%. 100%.
Bring the guy in.
Oh,
What's up,
everybody?
Look at that.
What is
Fred?
up?
How you doing tonight? How you doing on this Friday night in
Friday.
Chicagoland?
I just had some pizza with my kids and my wife.
Hot dang.
Oh,
man, Friday night pizza hits. I don't know.
When did that become a thing? But it's just like universal.
It is. No matter where you are, right?
I think it's that parents are too exhausted throughout the week to cook on a Friday, and so they say, "Screw it, let's call the Hut, let's call Papa John's, let's call Little Caesars, whatever."
Well, Dewar, I don't know if you had this in Canada, but if I think it was a monthly thing, but if I read a book and I wrote a short report about it, I got a free personal pizza from Pizza Hut.
Yeah, we had that too here.
I would use the same book every single month and just change the essay a little bit. Wasn't a big reader.
My favorite things about Pizza Hut is back when I was a kid, we'd always go to the buffet, and just the molten hot marinara pump dispenser was borderline a workplace safety hazard. But my goodness,
that seems a little dangerous.
And then I worked in a Pizza Hut. Like, it was one of the, like, there was no like inside dining. It was just like a, to go situation.
Yeah.
And I got pretty crafty with my pizzas. I'd make some of my own, but once you start, once you smell like pizza for enough months, it's kind of annoying. But
Eileen asks, "How's my baby kitten doing?"
Oh,
absolute cutest ever. She's doing great. I wish she would stop growing so quickly because we weighed her today. She's 3 pounds 12 ounces now. I don't know what that is in kilos and stuff.
Like 1.2 or something.
Yeah, 1.2.
She's still very tiny. She's still, well, I told you, Fred's a celebrity, man. He knows he's an international man.
See, I was thinking today, I was drafting up some questions for Fred. And, again, our in our past in the, the Cleaner Cast and Keep It Real, we both have Fred on. You guys know a lot about him, but, it's things have evolved, things have changed, and we want to get Fred on again. You can never have too much Fred. And I was thinking today, and I'm like, honest to God, is there anybody out there that doesn't like Fred? And I was thinking,
I haven't heard anyone speak badly about Fred.
I don't know. And this isn't sucking cheeks, but I mean, I'm just like, I've never heard anyone say a bad thing about Fred or just Glovebox in general. Right? No. So,
I mean, I do my best to be a good human being. So,
and Fred's you're rocking the detail or the Glovebox apparel.
The Glovebox hat on. I have my detail.
I love that.
Yeah.
And
I like that. I got the sticker on my toolbox.
I noticed the full-length mirror. Fred just probably checks himself out and that, I look good.
So this was our guest room that I turned into my office.
Yeah.
And then that's a Murphy bed right there behind me.
Hell yeah.
Oh, nice. That's
so I have a mirror in
trouble,
here
right?
Someone needed it when they're staying here. So
yeah, that's what we'll go with. That's what we'll go with. But
during the holidays, I'll get kicked out of my office for the holidays. I have guests here. It was a blast to see Sema hanging out with. It was great meeting you in person, and Adrian and Eileen and Jamie and Eddie and Carlos and Joel.
What's cool is there wasn't any of this awkwardness, right? There was we talked nearly every day, with all of these people in some way, shape, or form, and meeting them in person was just it
was great. Yeah,
nothing. It was such a great experience. There was no okay, well, what do we talk about? Do we just say hi?
No, just kicked it right off as normal. Yeah, for sure.
I was gonna say that was kind of one of the first questions that we had for you, Fred, is how was the SEMA recap, and how many hundreds of thousands of steps did you have in that week? Because you were there the whole week, right? Or are you just there for a few days?
I got there Wednesday, and I got to SEMA at 1:30. Which was crazy because I had to get my pass. They screwed up and they shipped me my pass and Brad our passes, and we never got them. So we had to go. I felt like I walked a mile.
I got a bone to pick with that.
Yeah, it was bad.
The badging could be better, right? So you go to this main area for your badging, and they've got every category of badge holder lined up back there, whether you're press, whether you're exhibitor, or whatever. But media and press have to go to a completely different building on the other side of the convention center.
Yeah, and we went to where we thought it was, and they're like, yeah, you're in the right hall, but on the wrong side. So they made us go through the back and down this long alley. It was kind of like an alley. And I just kept walking.
Oh, I had to take 3 of the Tesla loops, and then they told me to go down a long hallway, but they said that I couldn't go down it because I didn't have a badge.
Yeah,
which made no sense. So I had to go outside. I just got very frustrated. I almost went home.
I did too. Me and Brad.
I feel like that's one of those
45 minutes to get the badge.
Yeah,
it's. I have not been to Vegas personally yet, but we'll get there. And I think it's one of those things that not just Vegas in general and the Strip in general, it's that just because it's on the other side isn't just, it's not the other side of Walmart or Costco. I feel like it's lengthy.
Especially with all of the F1 scaffolding going up and not being able to walk here and everything was just blocked
and all
off.
That stuff, and down to one
Traffic
lane.
was a nightmare.
It was a nightmare, yeah.
Yeah. So
but
we got to get Dewar to Sema next year. So
yeah, I think
if anyone's got any ideas,
you need to get the Radco, PNS, and all those other buddies to chip in and get Dewar to Sema.
That's the plan. That's the plan.
We're gonna put it together. We're gonna figure this out.
Yeah, it's what better way to pop that Vegas cherry than to go for Sema? I feel like if we're gonna go,
I'm not a huge Vegas person, so
I feel like that event's gonna.
I was just gonna say Sema is perfect for me, but I'm not into. I like playing cards, but I'm not a big gambler. I'll play poker and stuff, but I don't want to.
I'm not a big gambler. I'm not a big gambler either, and the going to Vegas in your late 30s is a lot different than going in your early 20s. Like I was just like in my brain was prepared for that chaos, but that chaos didn't happen. So
I got another decade on top of that, so I'm not going to comment.
Yeah, there's no way I can only imagine.
Adrian brings up a good question. MTE, which is typically in Florida in January. Do you guys know anyone going to that?
I think a lot of people are going. As far as brands go, I would like to go, but I'll have to see if I can swing that. But yeah, it's
not
a scaled down version of Sema. It's all detailing basically related, I think.
Yeah.
So it'd be
I know in the
film and PPF, I think is there, but
I was really close to going back in 2020. I had actually had tickets bought, but then I had some career changes happen and I wasn't able to go. So to cancel that was a bit of a bummer, but oh well. But I think just seeing I think there's an influx of body shop related things that have been going on, and not just like fixing cars, but like PDR stuff. And you have your vinyl guys and your wrap guys and your tint guys that are kind of all getting intertwined. That I think it's detailing a car is great, but I think like being for those detailers, whether you're mobile or in a shop or what have you, expanding into that other tint, PPF and vinyl situation, I think is super super good. I mean, it's certainly an art form, to learn. I think detailing is the nitty gritty, and it's an art form to an extent. But once you see a good film guy, I mean, my goodness,
that was like the thing at Sema this year. It felt like
you couldn't.
There's so many film and like. It was so like there's so many booths that were having contests how quick you could wrap a hood or whatever it was, or tint a window, and like I saw one guy tint a windshield in 22 seconds. It was insane.
That's wild.
What?
It was bonkers. Yeah.
Jeez.
There was a pathway of just any color Cybertruck you could possibly want.
One booth had like 12 Cybertrucks that had all wrapped in a different color.
Yeah.
But yeah, so that's kind of a good little Sema recap, if you will. But when it comes to Fred, so Fred, many of you guys know with Glovebox, a very unique niche kind of offering for the detailing enthusiasts that, yes, it may not be for the professional, but the professional's customers and even just new people, or it's great gift ideas for friends. So Fred, one of the first questions that we have is when or why did Glovebox start? Like, what's kind of the origin story behind it?
So my two partners, Brad Mills, you guys know Brad. He and our other partner, Jason, grew up together. Jason was a 8-year veteran in the Army. He was a helicopter pilot for the special ops guys. Got out of that, became like a finance guy. He went to see Brad do a big presentation at the Porsche Club of America about detailing and taking care of your Porsche. And he's like, man, he couldn't believe how in awe of people were of him, like talking about taking care of their Porsches. He's like, we need to do something together. And not long after that, his wife got a box from Birchbox, which is like a clothing subscription.
Yep.
He called Brad up. I got our idea. We need to do a subscription box for car detailing stuff. So that was in 2017. They went to Sema that year for the first time to meet brands. Brad had been detailing for quite a while by then. He had his own mobile company, and then he got into taking care of car collections, and he already had contacts for certain brands, but not all of them. So going to SEMA really let them meet new companies. And then they initially started in January 2018 with sample size products. So it was like a sample size box.
Yeah.
That went pretty well for 2 years. And then the subscribers were like, no, we want more, we want bigger products. So they shifted in January 2020, a couple months before the pandemic, to full-size products. So by that point, I was starting to kind of get back into detailing. Like I kind of fell out of it. I was just taking care of my own stuff and had my go-to things that I had been using forever. And kind of went down the rabbit hole, like, oh my gosh, this has really changed since the last time I was really, really into it. I stopped mobile detailing in like 2010 probably. So I had been out of it for quite a while. And then I saw a video of Glovebox. So I ordered one. And like a couple days later, it came to my house and it said it was shipped from Chicago, right where I live. And I was like, oh, geez. Yeah. So I reached out to them and I was like, you're in my backyard. Like, this is awesome. Do you guys need help on your website kind of thing? Because professionally, I do search engine optimization, which a lot of people know. So I basically was like, I'll help you on your website and we could barter for a subscription and some products, whatever. And Brad and Jason agreed. So that was probably in like April or May of 2020. And that's when I started working for Lithium as well. I was working on Bill's site.
Shout out to Bill. I haven't talked to Bill in a
while. Yeah, I talked to
Bill's doing well.
They've got some Black Friday deals.
Yeah, they got some good deals. Yeah. So we'll talk about that probably, I'm sure.
Yes, we will.
So then I came on as helping on the website, and then I started reaching out to influencers. I think one of the first few I reached out to was like Smurf, Fab.
Never heard of them.
Shout out to Brian.
And then I started reaching out to brands because Brad, was like, I can only do so much at a time. So I was starting to help with that. And then I started helping with customer service because we were starting to get bigger and that Jason couldn't do customer service by himself.
Yeah.
So that was kind of wild.
Customer service is no joke. Like that's the backbone, I think, of any company. And like if you don't have that down, you might as well just close up shop.
Yep. And I feel like Glovebox is one of those things that your customer service has to be paramount because it's, for those that aren't familiar, basically they curate different products kind of ahead of time, make a box that makes sense, and then send that out as, usually name it by a month. So there's unique products there. But, again, if, especially around some of the named holidays, like, your Mother's Days, your Father's Days, your Christmas, your Easter, what have you, and you're giving those gifts to other people, if you don't want them asking you and they send an email to Glovebox, you guys are going to have the answers. Because what I really appreciate about the boxes is, and we'll get to the RX stuff in a minute, is you kind of have, it's all related. It's all tied together. Like you're not going to have an interior kit with a, let's call it a Scrub Ninja from Auto Fiber, and let's say Pilot and some Detail Factory brushes, and then you're not going to have an iron and mover too. Obviously it makes sense.
Yeah, we
keep
try
it
to
in the
coordinate
family.
things.
Yeah, and it's which like there's so many people that as soon as they hear the word kit are immediately turned on. They're like, hey, it's a one-stop shop. That's all I need, and it's simple and
it's easy for me too when someone goes, what do I need to wash my car? Like that's my least favorite question to get, because like I my brain, I just can't simplify it, right?
Because it's like, well,
but a kit helps.
And a lot of people are so used to wax and soap and things like that, but then you throw like, can I interest you in a rinseless? And they're like,
in a meeting, buddy.
Who? What is that? But the great thing it was mentioned earlier is that with the glove boxes, even if you don't just buy that specific months, you can buy previous months as well.
Yes. So I saw a comment earlier. Where is it from Franco? He says that he doesn't have a fear of commitment, but subscriptions scare him. I get it.
That's right.
Well, it's month to month, so you don't need to be scared.
Exactly.
Yeah,
you're not signing a 3-year contract with Fred.
No. My son's sitting here staring at you guys.
Oh yeah.
What's up, little Fred?
What's up, buddy?
Hi. Everyone said hi to you.
He's got thousands of people watching him.
Gosh, I'm like, dude, I'm on the phone. He's just staring at me. So yeah, we make it that it's easy for people. We don't want people on the hook for. Because I forgot what box I tried a long time ago. Was it Bespoke? Bespoke, however you say that. And they try to lock you in that you can't get out, kind of a thing. At least they did back then. And it made
I did one of the clothing boxes, but like none of them had tall sizes, so none of it was worth it for me. I was like, none of this shit fits. So I think Glovebox is my first like successful subscription box.
We do have a few different pass boxes I need to update. So like hopefully we'll get those up this week because we want to have like some bundle sales for Black Friday and Cyber Monday that you can get 2 or 3 boxes for highly discounted for
I'll tell you what, that Purist Takeover box was one of my favorite
ones. That was awesome. Yeah.
I love
that one.
Every single product in that box.
Yeah. That one quick for sure.
Yeah, and I think I can be the first to say that there's not a lot of money being made on these because the retail value is $84 and they're on sale for $50, and that's a schmacking deal, as Joey.
Yeah, and then the subscription's $34.99, so it's even lower than that. And that's the thing a lot of people don't understand is, like you said, Alex, like first we have to plan the boxes, which can be brutal because a lot of brands can't meet the quantity we need. Then the second part is, can we meet the budget that we need? That's
and make it make sense.
We're selling it for $34.99. Like, we're trying to make some money on it, so we can't spend that full $34.99 because that we'd be losing money every month because of shipping and all the other stuff we pay for. And like recently we did that G Technic box with the XO V4 in it. And like we got a lot of negative flack. Why would you give us the old version? I'm like, well, version 5 just came out. Like, and you're dealing with a box that you got $100 worth of stuff for $34.99 and you're mad about it. Like, it's still a fantastic coating. One person said I was lazy because I didn't get the new version. I'm like, it took me 4 years to get that box, so I don't want to hear lazy. It took us 4 years
Verizon's more likely to give away the Galaxy S23 for free after the 24 comes out, right? Like that's
shut up the iPhone.
Listen, I can't come off completely biased. I have to.
Yeah, that's right. That's right. Well, I think that's what, and I'll say, yes, Fred has, been very generous and, sent up a few boxes to me and, a few other influencers that I think certainly help. And for the Canadians, they are at TOC Supplies, which is fantastic. But my favorite thing is, especially up north in the cool months, is that the RX related boxes, which
pull those babies up,
I think is one of the absolute coolest freaking things. Because my favorite thing about that is the lack of freezing.
Yeah, and that was one of the reasons why we developed the Glovebox RX products, because doing the subscription boxes so long between December and even into March, depending where we're shipping, we constantly have freezing issues. Like the first box ever sent to Rick, it was had Adam's CS3 in it, and that froze like a brick and exploded in his box.
Wow.
It was like January or something like that.
So getting that customer feedback ultimately helped spark this idea.
DJ proves a good point too.
Yeah, and DJ and Bradley have been awesome partners for us. We've kind of been with them since they started, and they're always been great guys. It was great meeting them in person at Sema.
I mean, just having them for roommates for 3 days was an experience.
Oh, I could only imagine the behind the scenes stuff that went on.
It was the group chat brought to life, right? Like that's right. That's the best way to explain it. But back to the RX.
So we have we have 5 products. The starter kit comes with 4: glass cleaner, interior cleaner, waterless wash, and a spray wax. We want to keep rounding that out. That's probably in Canadian dollars, right, Alex?
Ignore the pricing, folks.
And we also have a wheel and tire cleaner, which is more of like a maintenance one. It's not like a heavy duty cleaner. Like it's not going to compare with some of the stronger ones out there. But we wanted to make it
products though.
We wanted to make
review
it
is a 4. Look at
that. We wanted to make it easy for people to use, both as a product but also as a system. Like we're talking to some detailers all the time about their teams don't mix dilutions right, and they're wasting product or they're damaging stuff because they're using too much, especially when it comes like an APC or something like that. So we wanted to cut down on that. We wanted to cut down on shipping costs, as well as storage. Like the cartridges are really small, so you can, Brad. It's another thing for Brad, or like they're literally the size of like a shotgun shell, kind of. And Brad, with his clientele, he flies all over the country to go take care of cars. So he'll fly to Car Week, like where you were going to go, Joey, until you got sick. And he'll fly there. He'll put a few bottles in his bag, his carry-on, and he'll throw a handful of cartridges in his toiletry bag. And the TSA doesn't know any different. And he gets right through security.
They're just little liquids.
Yeah, he fills it up on, when he gets there, he puts his own water in it. He's good to go. So that was kind of like the reasoning behind it. It's a lot bigger in the home care space, who we have the partnership with the Worldwide Patent. They take care of the housing stuff. We're more in the automotive side of it.
Let me tell you, if more companies were handing out that cartridge style product at Sema, I would have taken so much more home. I would have had so much more space. You know what I mean?
Yeah, and we're shooting to make more products. So thing we've run into is just getting the chemistry moving quick enough.
So
you said that you guys have the patent for that? Is that
our part? The company we go through for the manufacturing owns the patent.
Has it?
Yeah.
Have any other brands like approached you or them?
We've talked to a few brands about putting their products into our system.
Cool.
Not white labeling, but like
an alternative delivery method.
Exactly.
That's what it is.
So we've had a couple talks in that. It just didn't work out because of some agreements they had with other big partners that they're like, we can't show you this because of that. They want to do it. Then we've also had even guys at Sema that we've run into that are like, we like your idea, but we like selling water. So they blatantly are saying like, we're making too much money selling water. So
exactly. What's up, guys? Good to see you guys here. Thanks for joining us. I think that'd be cool. I think it'd be cool if a lot more people would.
Do we think it could be bigger in Europe?
Absolutely.
Sustainability in Europe is so much different than here. So we're hoping maybe 2025 is the year that we can get across the pond and maybe move some units over there.
That'd be really cool. Speaking of moving units, Adrian Feria says, I think you all are awesome. Thank you for what you do. And could I sponsor a glove box to someone? Let me know and I will.
We can give some boxes away today. We can do that later.
Wow. Thank you, Fred. Thank you for the idea, Adrian, and the gesture. What a
and Adrian was fun to hang out with. We had a great time.
Yeah, I missed him, man. We were in different halls that day that he showed up.
Me, Brad, Aaron from Phoenix EOD, Smurf. Adrian and Carlos all got dinner one night, and it was a blast.
And that was kind of my next kind of question is, with all these influencers and industry people that you've met, how much have the influencers helped kind of give feedback for Glovebox and kind of bring to light probably new brands or brands you've never even thought about, or how has all that worked out?
Sure. To answer Aaron's question, who's the go-to unboxer? I mean, Phil Miranda does one every month.
I'm sure we all have our favorites, but I'm a big Honestly OCD fan.
Yeah, and Honestly OCD. Those two are probably the most consistent ones. And actually, another guy on the call right now, Kenneth, he goes by Annie Automobilica. I can't remember how you say his thing.
Yeah.
And him and his daughter do an unboxing every month. Her name's Mia.
Oh, that's
She's
awesome.
6 years old, and it's adorable. She's from California too.
I'll have to check that one out.
Yeah.
But I used to get mad. Like, I'd see Honestly OCD be like, new glove box, I didn't get mine yet, and I'm like, God damn it! Like, he's ruined it for me. So,
and that's the dilemma we always had. Just the fact that we live in the country,
Let's talk about Phil Miranda's glow up with the beard.
Yeah,
that has come out of
strutting
nowhere.
Yep.
So.
We'll
think of a question a little later on again.
I was trying to think what you asked something else too just now, and we talked over you. I didn't mean to do that.
Just the influencers and how they've all helped. And
so it's been a great progression of reaching out to guys initially, like say Pop Smurf or Fab or whoever it was.
Yeah.
And then the more I got to know all of you, the more feedback and the more learning I get from brands or what they didn't like about something, but it's like good criticism. It's not someone just I don't even know who Juice
Shout
is.
Out to Juice Free.
Oh, Mike G.
What's up, Mike? So like we get a lot of good feedback. We know our Glovebox RX products aren't the best products in the world. Like we'll admit that.
Yep.
We wanted it to be more of a new delivery system that's easier for people, and that's
you got to start somewhere.
You know what I mean? Hopefully we'll get some better formulas, some new formulas for different things. So, and we also have to keep in mind that we're dealing with solely water-based products. We can't do solvents or any petroleum-based products in our kits. So we have some limits on certain things. So
I will say too is that they're easy, safe products. You don't have to think about it. Like, I know, because I think they all have a very similar scent. But like the spray wax is great. The waterless wash is great. I had some bird bombs, blasted that a little bit. And the wheel cleaner is good again for like maintenance stuff.
Yeah, it's not a good heavy hitter.
You can't mess up. You can't go too heavy with your spray wax. You can't go too heavy with your glass cleaner. You know what I mean? Like they're foolproof, right? Like they work.
And I think
that's what.
And I think the interior cleaner's probably been our biggest.
I like that one.
Like the people buy the most
come back for that
refills on the interior cleaner because it works great. It foams good. It brushes good.
Yeah, the foam
smells good.
Wild.
Clear. Brad wanted it to be clear because all these newer like EVs with the white interiors or different materials, you don't know what's going to stain them, so you wanted it clear. Especially with some of the cars he works on that are older, maybe. He can't ruin a 50-year-old Ferrari because he loses insurance probably, so he can't.
Mike G. I think Mike G saw our question list.
I think so.
Chasing. I mean, it took me 4 years to get G Technic in. We're constantly chasing
who's
brands.
Who's currently on the hunt? Like, who do you have a meeting with in 2 weeks?
We've talked to Naziel recently.
Nice.
Let me look at my notes here real quick.
Actually, Naziel might be good to ship to cold climates, so it can already freeze.
Let's see who else we talked to recently. Naziel. I mean, we're always trying to get back the other brands we've already worked with because they're either coming out with new stuff or they just have something we haven't been able to include yet. We have one of those coming this month for December that I think is a long-standing favorite for a lot of people. and it's in a liter bottle. That'd be my only hint to give you.
Ooh.
Let's see, who else do we want to talk to? I mean, I talk to people.
I think I know what it is.
We talk to people all the time, and it's constant, follow-ups and beating down doors, trying to like get into somebody, because, like I said, it took me 4 years to get G-Technic. Like,
yeah,
persistence.
And there's some brands I've given up on just because
right.
And we saw a bunch of those at SEMA this year. They just don't understand our model, or they can't wheel and deal with us enough to make it financially feasible for us to do it.
Yeah.
Like one of them wanted to give me like 15 or 20% off. And I'm like, I can get a better deal at Detailed Image. Why would I, you know what I mean? Like, I can't.
One of us probably has a promo code that's better than that.
Yeah, that's what I mean. So sometimes you just can't do anything about it.
Scott Graves is shooting for the moon here.
I know.
Let's get Viper in a box.
We did do a giveaway for
they had a Viper Energy before.
So I told we need.
I don't know about the chair.
We did do a giveaway for a golden ticket for a chair a year or two
You did,
ago.
That's right.
Yeah. So I need to maybe hit up Alex at Viper, maybe do it again.
If he's still alive after their tomfoolery.
Yeah, right.
You see him getting tattooed? You see he got a Black Friday tattoo on his shoulder?
That guy.
Alex is a rare dude. I wish you could have met him this year, Joey. He's a riot.
Me too. I would have honestly gone and gotten a Viper tattoo with him if it meant that I could get a chair. I'll put that offer out right now. I will get a Viper tattoo if you send me a chair.
Like he's a funny guy. Like he's very kind of laissez-faire, doesn't let things bother him, and just kind of flies by the seat of his pants.
Then you don't sometimes know that he's even kidding around because he's so like even keel about it, but really he's just like clowning.
Yeah.
Exactly. But
oh man.
Dr. Beasley's Kenneth put up here. We've talked to them for a couple of years, and then Chris just left, so we'll have to see what happens there.
That's right.
A lot of it again is either price or availability of products, because even like for this month we got backed out on last minute by a vendor that we needed stuff from because they couldn't hit the quantity we needed.
Right.
So that always puts us in a jam. So we had to pivot a lot this month. And we try to plan ahead of time, but the last few months have been tighter and tighter. I think people are getting ready for the holidays and don't have the allocation that we need sometimes. So
Aaron says not all the boxes are home runs. And I think that can be true for our corner of detailing. We're all enthusiasts. We all want to collect products or try the latest things. And I think for us, some of it can be disappointing, like, oh, I got that, or oh, I have something better than that. But like when you're purchasing it from, the person who's washing their car, once every couple months, or like you said, for a Father's Day gift or for something like that, like I think it can be a home run. So I think it really just matters.
Well, and I agree with that.
Which perspective you're looking
it's
from.
Tough to have it, because we get a lot of feedback, and like the months that we knock it out of the park, we hear about it. But again, it's back to the availability of products or budgets. Like sometimes we'll have one product that we include that breaks the rest of our budget for the other things that we need to put in there. And a lot of people think we're just getting overstock of products people don't sell. We don't want those in our boxes, so we don't ever really do that.
Because then you get that reputation, right? Of you're the clearance rack box.
Yeah.
Right away when I started, like Brad told me, like we don't do that because it just makes us look bad.
I think that's very good.
And it is hard to make it perfect for everybody because, like you said, everyone's in a different situation or scenario. It could be their first month, so they think it's great. If you've had the box for 4, 5, 6, 7 months, well, maybe it's not as good as. So it's a hard thing that I needed to learn to accept, especially early on. Like I can't make everyone happy. The best I do
you
is
can't please everyone.
Keep putting it up. We try to give the best customer service we can. And like we do what we can. Again, we're really restrained by our pricing, which we have never raised. We've been the same price for 4 years.
That's true. That's fair. That's a
prices
big deal.
keep going up.
You're like the Costco hot dog.
Yeah, right. And then shipping, like, the freight and all that for some of these brands, like they want from paying like $2,000.
Here he is. Sorry to interrupt, but Juice Free is in the house. I just wanted to let everyone know what's up. Juice
You gotta
Free,
play a sound, Joe. You gotta play a sound.
Oh. Do we have
there we go.
Yeah.
But I think one of those things is that we kind of touched on it earlier, is that the feedback, I think, certainly goes both ways. Is that you hear the really positive and you hear the really negative. And a lot of just general e-commerce, there's typically just reviews on, the odd time there's a good review, but I feel like with Glovebox, you can have both sides. And I think the feedback is what I've appreciated the most from you guys. And if there's a problem or a leak, no problem. You guys take care of them.
No, we usually take care of it.
I don't think you've ever told anybody to pound sand, which is amazing.
I've told Fred as like feedback, like, hey Fred, I got my box. I don't need you to replace this. Like, I already have a bottle of this. And like the next day I got the shipment that he's replaced it. So he stands by it. Stands by his product.
I've only had a couple subscribers that I can't satisfy. Like we had a Maniac wheel and tire, which was an expensive product because it comes from Italy, and then like there's a lot of customs and stuff that you have to deal with, and we had a lot of those leak. I don't know why. So his leaked, and it only leaked like an ounce, and he was like irate about it. And I was like, I'll take care of it. He's like, it's no big deal. I'm just giving you a heads up that it leaked. I'm like, okay. I sent him a new one anyway. Yeah. And then all of a sudden he's writing a 1-star review that we didn't help him enough. I'm like, you just told me not to worry about it, and I still sent you product, and it still wasn't good enough. So you're not gonna, and he canceled right away. So there's some people you're never gonna make happy.
That's a customer I wouldn't want, right? Like,
to answer DJ's question, we've been kicking around. We're going to call it the pro level box and do it quarterly. We've been kicking around that for probably 2 or 3 years.
That's a good idea,
because we could do a higher price point, maybe a few, 3-4 times a year, and be able to do more with it. It's just managing the subscription side of it. It's actually more complicated than people think, because it depends what day of the month you subscribe. You get the old box or you get the new one. Like, there's a lot of things you got to work out, deadlines and stuff, and then planning, like how many people are going to subscribe to it that we can plan for, say, I'm just going to make it up. Say it's $100 and you get like $175 value every time. Like, what do we need to do to make that work? How many people can commit to it to help us get it going? So we've been kicking around that a lot. And maybe this is the year to do it. Because
maybe you've built up this base, right, with people who have been on the subscription and got all of these products, and maybe they want that next step up. Maybe they want a more substantial coating, or
you imagine a phobic box with a couple creatures. And
or like
it's gonna have to come with a disposable camera to take a photo of the ridiculous gloss. That's
or like an MJJC foam cannon, or like the big, they might have gotten the Action Products foam cannon. They're like, well, now I want the next level up because they've been a customer for. I think that's a good idea. I think that's cool. Hopefully
like we could do, say, an MJJC foam cannon. We could do some higher end brushes, or we could do some higher end chemicals that. Like a lot of the brands that are higher value, like even CarPro, they're not crazy expensive anymore in certain things, but we have to go through a distributor to get them. And that's where it gets slippery for us, because now you have this distributor's cost that they need to make money.
I've pretty much written off CarPro because I can't get most of this shit in California. I think Mike G is the only one who gets
that. Was just an example. But we'd be able to do like more things, maybe higher end tools and things like that, or maybe a polisher. Like, I don't know
exactly. I think you guys are headed in the right direction, especially with having all of those customers that have been around for a while.
And then we did partner with Armor All last year or this year, and that was like a mixed bag of reviews. People were pissed at us that we would put an Armor All product in there, but the dilemma we have is we're probably 70% enthusiasts and DIYers or like weekend warriors. Now we have 20 to 30% that are pros. And we constantly do surveys like how many people have a pressure washer, and it was like a lot lower amount than we had assumed it was. So we got a foam cannon that could use in a garden hose or a foam cannon. That's why we did that.
Yep.
And not break the bank of the box. Like I'd love to do an MJJC V3 or something, but that would be the only thing you get in the box, and that would piss people off because but go to that one thing and we can't.
Yeah.
So that one was a little tougher to swallow.
I mean, if my neighbor across the street received the Armor All box, they'd be ecstatic. Like, oh my god,
a lot of people,
I have
it was a great
everything
gifting
I
box
need
for people.
Exactly. See, like people just need to take a step back and look at it from someone else's perspective, right? Not you as the professional, or not you as
we're trying to please hundreds of people a month.
Exactly.
From different backgrounds, different reasons why they want it. Like you
with
said,
Fred's,
it could be whatever, Sorry.
With Fred's SEO prowess, he's the one to get your algorithm rolling for Glovebox, and that's how you find it. But for a lot of people, again, that kind of 70+%, Armor All is a familiar brand. And it's something that as soon as they see that, they can relate. It's like, I don't care what's in it, but I understand Armor All, and that's what I'm going to get. And some
people think Armor All is, that's the good stuff. So they're like,
that's top tier. They think it's the top tier.
Exactly.
Which then this can kind of get their.
We did another foam cannon a few months ago through Action Products because we were able to get a good price on it. But that's our biggest restraint is like, what can we afford to put in the box every month? That's Brad's job. Like he's the one that tries to curate the cost of goods and the products and make it worthwhile for everyone and still not break us because we still haven't raised our prices. And
then you're the muscle. I can see that you're the muscle, and you go in there brute force, like make this happen.
No. Brad's actually more shrewd at the negotiating than me.
Oh man.
I'm the connector. I get people in the door, and then they have to talk to him.
You matchmaker.
You certainly don't want to cross Fred, because if you have a website, he can make that website never be seen again. Done.
Yep.
Gonzo.
Yep. Google will have never heard of your website.
I just want to bring up a code here.
Oh yeah. This
is our Black Friday on Glovebox. Not grind associated at all. We're just kind of pushing that. I will say Fred has been a massive contributor to the Car Detailing Deals Facebook group. If you're not a part of that, certainly hop over there. Every time I get a notification from that thing, Fred. I'm like, dang. Fred hits.
Fred's made me spend more money than I'd like. Definitely.
GBRX 40 is for just the Glovebox RX products, by the way.
Killer deal though. Like if
just a little cartridge.
If you don't, just buy it. It's 40.
It's a great kit. I mean, you're getting 4 Rat Company towels, 4 spray bottles, 4 sprayers, and 4 products for.
And I love that everything
discount.
Matches.
It's like $30 maybe. Yeah, it's all color coordinated.
It's perfect. Like, get it as a stocking stuffer. Get it for someone who just they want a couple things to maybe keep in their car for a road trip or something. Like, pick it up. Great deal.
Yeah, one big thing we've gotten a lot of love for is people at RVs.
Yep.
Because they don't want to store a ton of stuff because they have enough stuff to store. And you're dealing with someone that it's their house and their vehicle. So it's like a great balance for those things.
But I will say, from an aesthetic standpoint, I do like that you can push the bottles right close together.
Yeah, I love it.
That was Brad's idea to make them square shaped like a Fiji water bottle. That was Brad's doing. And they're really durable. We will guarantee the bottles for 10 years. We ran one over with Brad's wife's Yukon, and it still worked.
Wow.
Really thick. Because we basically took the amount of material you'd use in a 2-liter bottle and made it into our 16-ounce bottle, so you can imagine how thick it is.
Yeah.
And that was a custom mold we had to pay for, which is a lot of people get crap for their sprayers and the bottles. That was eye-opening to me when we went through that process of the cost of that stuff.
Yeah, a lot of people don't think of it from like the business sense. They're just like, oh, you cheaped out and got
it was 5 figures
there's
for us
a lot.
to make it was 5 figures to make just the mold for our bottle.
Jeez.
Wow.
But that's one of those things. It's like, you know, you go to McDonald's to get a beverage, and it just the cup, the lid, the straw. You think, hey, you know, that's just what it is, right? It's free.
Part of life,
I don't
right?
think much about it.
Yeah.
But there's so much development behind it, you know, to make it.
But it paid off in brand recognition too, because like from across the garage, I know which
what it
Glovebox
is,
products. You know what I mean? Like they not only do they tower over most of the other bottles, but like they're the most unique.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and the clear and the labels on the cartridge, so it's a little bit different.
Yep.
We were trying to find. We're still working on maybe getting labels for the outside of the bottles for people that have asked about it, requested it.
Just like a little
we had a couple
label kit for a few bucks or something.
Yeah, and we've talked to people, and it's just not worked out on getting them to do it for whatever reason.
I mean, everything is a different color, like substantially different color. So it at least for me, I'm not confusing what I'm grabbing. Yeah, for sure. So I think if you do add to the line, as long as you keep the colors different enough from each other, I think just having them lined up like that, I think that's a good look.
It's West Cat. You asked about Steve at the Final Details. I know Steve really well, actually. He
got to meet Steve.
Local. Yeah, we're local car buddies, so I've known Steve for quite a while, and we've hung out a lot.
One of the few taller people I met.
He's a big dude.
He's a tall man.
I love how that sticks out.
He's a big dude.
Yeah,
he's quiet. He's a quiet giant.
No.
He is not.
Yeah, he's very nice man.
Yeah, he's super nice. He doesn't have the volume we need yet to be in a box, so that's why you haven't seen him yet. But as soon as he does, we're happy to work with Steve. And then there's some other guys, like Fiber Factories, coming out their own line of products.
Yep.
Oh, cool.
And they have some really good stuff, really good bottles, really good labeling. They just are working through the kinks of supply chain and all that stuff.
Yeah.
We like to work with the smaller brands because, we just believe in small businesses and stuff. And,
I think you've put some on the map, really. And I mean, that was kind of one of the adjacent questions is, have there been really small brands that have come to you that have really blown up their business or really helped them or, just exposed them to more people? I
mean, we started with Armor right away. Brad put that together, Bradley and DJ.
Yeah.
I don't know how much that we had to do for them because they're such a fantastic brand and a group of guys.
Sure.
One that pops me was when we did Detail Firm probably 4 years ago with their exterior lather and amazing little shampoo. I think it's only a 12-ounce bottle, but it's like 1 to 1,800 dilution or something crazy.
Yeah, it's like a squirt, right?
Yeah, like you could put a couple drops in your foam can and you're getting foam. And it smells like lime. It was a different scent too, and it's just packaged really nice. That one took over for a long time. They were rocking and rolling.
Still a brand I haven't tried. I've got to.
Yeah, they're in California. They're near you.
Yeah, I know. I've got to try them.
I need to connect with them. The guy that originally owned it sold it to another gentleman, and I need to connect with him. Yeah, the guy that originally owned it, Brendan, he was he's big in real estate photography, so that's what
nice.
He wanted to do more with his time. And his original partner in Detail Firm, for whatever reason, was out of the picture. So it was him doing everything by himself, literally every single thing. And
taking pictures of bottles is different than taking pictures of real estate.
Yeah, it wore him out doing shipping, sales, doing podcasts, doing marketing, he was literally doing it all himself, and he just got burned out, I think. But I still
Some
keep
people are built for it, but yeah, it'll burn you out.
Let's see. Juice asked, I don't know if this question's for me. What school did our chemists graduate from? I honestly don't know. We have a few chemists that are through our manufacturing company. And we're looking to
send us an email at the detailgrindpodcast@gmail.com and we will put you in contact with whatever chemist you want.
Yep.
We're trying to get more chemists and more flexibility on that part, just to make things move faster. Brad tested an interior dressing for 2 years, and he couldn't get it where he wanted it to be. So some people liked it. Phil was one of them. Phil liked it a lot, but it wasn't where Brad wanted it to be. So we kind of scrapped that for now. So, you know, it's a tough thing when you're trying to figure that stuff out in our, the thing that makes it more complicated is to get it all working our little cartridges. That's the kicker because of stability in the little cartridge. So it's not as easy as bigger dilutions of things.
Yep. But I think that's the nice thing too, is that if you guys are working on a product and you don't quite nail it, you can leverage other brands and even just kind of have you guys, I don't know if you guys have put your name on like another company's product, like, you know, just kind of like a collaboration, not just taking over in general. But
no, we've thought about it maybe and like white labeling, but tweaking stuff here and there, but we just have never done it. So far, Brad hasn't wanted to do that. He's trying to keep it all our own kind of doing. So
that makes sense.
It doesn't move as fast as you'd like it to because of that, because we could probably jump on some other company's coattails and probably move quicker, but he's being really careful about that. So
yeah, no, I mean, it seems like you guys are making all the right calculated moves. You're not moving too quickly.
We're trying to, and a lot of people think we're this big company, like even at Sema, Adrian from Drago's detailing. He's like, oh my God, like you're so big. I was like, dude, it's me and him. We're not big at all. Like we're staying at the Treasure Island. We're not, you know, like
but when you guys are walking through in the Glovebox shirts, you guys look like you mean business. Like you know, you project that confidence. So
and speaking reality, of the shirts, those shirts, chef's kiss. These things are.
We had some issues with our shirts, but we do have them back up now. So we're probably gonna add some more different colorways. So like different, like on the motto shirt, just make more options. Right now it's like a military green and black, but maybe some other colors throughout the year would be fun. Maybe teal, or we're thinking pink for October.
Joey loves that too.
You know, stuff like pink, that.
I like purple. I like teal.
Yeah. We're trying to figure that out. Just I wish we saw.
My wife will kill me though. She tells me I'm not allowed to get any more detailing T-shirts because
Joey just likes to be seen in public with highlighter adjacent color shirts.
I mean, you gotta be bright. Right?
I mean, Fred's met me. Like, I don't need that to be spotted somewhere. Like, I think Fred and Brad saw me from across the hall when I was standing in the P&S booth.
Yes, I did.
And
thank you, Kenneth.
Look like superstars. I don't doubt that. So, what do you say we wanted to give away a box?
We can give away two. We can give away a Glovebox RX and a November box. How about that?
Okay.
It's lower 48 only.
Yep.
Cool. Lower 48, y'all.
Yeah. So I got a.
Sorry, Doer.
We might have to send Doer some stuff anyway, just because Doer's our guy.
Yeah. I will say, TOC Supplies has a absolutely insane deal for my fellow Canadians. We're going to bring that up. Shout out to Owen and the team over there. I know they were at SEMA. I don't know if you guys ran into them.
I ran into
Josh.
His name? Yeah, Josh. I didn't get to talk to you.
Josh was there. Oh man.
We said hi to him, but he was busy talking to some folks. We just
I think
to find him later. We never found him.
He was down there getting notes and taking names. But $34.99 Canadian for the Glovebox RX detail.
What a steal!
So absolute steal.
Yeah,
that's like $4.99.
That's
USD.
like. Yeah, you're basically getting paid in American to do that.
Yeah, so. Fred is sending you a $5 bill if you order.
Yeah, there we go.
But the first question that we have is just to for the people in the chat, and it's going to be the first one that we see on our software. I know that there's been issues in the past. I will apologize. I know there was a bit of an issue last time with.
We're not playing favorites. We promise.
Scott. Nope, not at all.
The comments come in their own order on our end compared to the YouTube end.
So they may be a little bit different, but this is going to be for the Glovebox RX. The first question that we have, that we're going to bring up, and then we're going to do the November box after. So this one's kind of for the if you know, you know. But what color is Fred's little hot rod?
Oh, that's a real
good
insider.
question.
Insider
who's in the group chats with Fred? Who knows the color?
Yep. It's been posted enough on
David.
different social medias that I think that you know, even if you don't have Fred as a friend, you should know.
I think David Bram got it.
That is who I see on my end as well. David Bram, purple. Congratulations.
Beautiful.
My beater.
Congratulations, sir.
My beater.
God, if that's your beater, man, my GTI is a piece of junk.
Yeah.
I'm just kidding.
GTI is a farm truck. But yeah, so then and the second question we have here to round out the night. This is if you were listening, so hope your ears and your notes were adamant. What version of EXO did they have in a glove box?
Ooh, which
The
version
number
was
is
it?
fine. The number is fine. And thank you, Fred, for just not screaming out the answer. But
and thank you for providing the giveaways.
Yeah, we do appreciate all these. You know, this isn't going to be in every week.
First one I see is Tone.
Man, talk about a freaking winner.
I think
Does he replace Keith Firebird as the winner? Is that what you're trying to say?
So far on this podcast, yes, I think so. I think this is his third win.
Yeah. So shout out to Tone.
Congratulations.
We have
David. I got David's info, but Tone, if you want to email me, you can use my address is above my name there.
Or yeah, you can email Fred, or you can email detailgrindpodcast at Gmail, and we'll get that.
We can get that out to you.
Thank you, guys.
Yes, thank you.
Very much.
And I think the only final news is that I will be probably dropping my own YouTube channel.
Oh, let's go! What? Breaking news, folks.
Yeah, I've been kicking around since May of doing a YouTube channel dedicated to SEO, just for detailing companies, detailing products, companies, stuff like that.
That's got to be put behind a paywall right there.
So I already have
YouTube, Vimeo, baby.
I have one presentation already made that I just need to record it and publish it. So the channel's gonna be called SEO and the Details. I hope to maybe film that this weekend, and I'll probably send it to YouTube first and some other people to preview it because I've never done that yet.
Yeah. So Tone did say that he wanted to pass it on.
What a nice guy. Let's see who we got.
I'll go to the second winner, which was
Adamo. Or no, Westcat.
I see Adamo.
I think he's in Canada.
Canadian?
Okay. I think he might be.
I see Westcat too, so.
Okay.
Adamo, please let us know.
If we're going to stick Lower 48, then we'll jump to Westcat. So
Adamo, are you in Canada?
Let us know where you are.
Yeah, he's in Canada.
Yeah, he's in Canada. Oh, bummer.
I should not be on OnlyFans, David.
Only SEO is a new site.
Yeah, Fred, when you get that going, let us know. I will share it wherever I can. If you want to come back and talk about it, like, you're more than welcome.
No, for sure. The first episode is gonna be about local SEO. So, like, what do you need to do around your brick and mortar or your local business?
Sweet.
So I already have it.
I think that's going to help a lot of people.
And then we'll slowly dig deeper into things. I'll probably maybe do one a month to start until I get my bearings, and then hopefully maybe I could do it more, but we'll see.
Yeah, so it looks like Adamo is in the Great White North, unfortunately. So
yeah,
he said, "Is that an issue?" Yes, unfortunately, this giveaway was for Lower 48.
Yeah, I shipped something to Detailing Dogma, and when he got the duties, he almost fell over. So I don't want to do that to anybody because it's just.
Yeah, it's rough. I can attest to that. But
yeah, I can send a November box to Westcat, and was that who we said it was? Westcat, right?
Yeah, it was Westcat.
Okay,
congrats.
And I think I'm connected with Wes, so I should be able to get his info.
Awesome. And again, if not, winners, just send an email to detailgrindpodcast@gmail.com, and we will get that forwarded to Fred. Is there anything last minute, Doer, that we got? Any?
I think that was it. Fred, thank you so much.
Check
for
out
taking the time.
one last other thing is check out car detailing deals on Facebook.
That's right.
Yes,
That's
go
right.
join that group.
Deals.
There's if you like to spend money but you like to save money while you're doing it,
Yeah,
that's a good place to be. Someone's always posting a deal there. There's tons of exclusive promo codes for many different websites that we're nice enough to provide to the group. So head on over.
We'll probably have a lot of big
join.
stuff coming because of Black Friday and Cyber Monday. And Martin and David and I try to get stuff out as soon as possible. And sometimes we get some insider news on things. So
you guys
Kimberly is right. Smash the like button.
Yeah,
thank you, Kimberly.
Right now, so
we're just a small.
I still need to meet up with
so
Kimberly.
every little
she lives
thing
near
helps.
me, and I haven't seen her yet. So we got to do that soon.
I want to see a Kimberly Fred collab video.
Yeah, maybe when it's
cleaning that hot rod together.
That's right. That's right.
So,
sweet. Well,
thank you, everybody.
Thank you for
Appreciate
coming
your
on
time
and
having
sharing.
me on.
Absolutely.
Seeing everyone. Sorry I couldn't say hi to everybody, but I appreciate all of you.
That's all right. Enjoy the pizza night. Glad we got you.
Yeah, no doubt.
Yeah, hopefully there's some left over because
that's right.
I'm stuffed. I can't. I'll probably maybe dig in later again, but now I can't.
Snack.
I can't eat anymore.
Well, thank you guys again for tuning in to our 4th episode. We made it. We made it an entire month, Doer. Hopefully we keep this going. I don't know if we'll have one next week just because of the whole holiday, but we'll talk. We'll talk more this. We'll talk more after this. So, thank you again, Fred, and we'll catch everyone next time.
Awesome.